Well, it's a very special day for our Radford Athletics program as we have a changing of the guard with our men's basketball program and a new head coach. And we'd like to welcome back one of the native sons of Radford, Darris Nichols, the 8th head coach in Radford University basketball history. And Coach Nichols, first of all, congratulations on replacing Coach Jones here at Radford.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to be at home.
Yeah, that's the thing about it, coming back home. And how about this for you? Your first head coaching job, coming back to Radford where you honed your craft as a young player, your family here. Mm-hmm. Just talk about all those emotions that are tied into this.
I mean, like I said, it's home, so it's a comfort zone. So the people that I see every day are people that's had a tremendous impact on my life. And regardless of where I ended up, I always consider Radford home, and those people have helped me grow into the person I am today. So for this to be my first head coaching job, with the people that had a big impact on my life is really special.
Well, you've been working at this for a while now. Of course, played your college ball at West Virginia. Not the first time you've come home. The Mountaineers came down to the Dedmon Center and it was sold out. And I know that reaction alone shows you exactly the kind of imprint you left with the community here.
Yeah, it was special. I mean, John Beeline, who recruited me, who Mike Jones worked for.
Right.
Mike Jones was the assistant that recruited me. So it's kind of ironic. I was going to West Virginia, and he recruited me, and then he left the summer as I was going in, and then now he leaves, and now I'm coming in. So I mean, it's crazy. But that game coming back home, it was special because I didn't know the turnout was going to be what it was, and just the familiar faces in the crowd and the support that the local community gave me was really special.
Well, this thing came about kind of quickly after the opening occurred. Can you talk about that and how all this really kind of transpired and all the folks that you talked to for advice?
I mean, it happened really fast. I mean, yesterday I'm in Gainesville, and this morning I'm in Radford, Virginia, and it's 40 degrees, but it's a blessing to be here. But it happened really fast. I was talking to my family. I called my mom before it happened. I didn't want her to read it on social media. So I called her. She didn't really understand what I was saying. I was telling her I was coming home, and she said, "Okay, how long are you here for?"
For a while.
I said, "As long as they'll have me."
Right.
So, I mean, it happened really fast. I'm thankful for the people that I've worked for. I've worked for really good guys. I played for really good guys, and so, I mean, I'm not shocked by this happening. I'm shocked by the situation that I'm in where I get to come back home.
I know that because it is Radford and it is home, you've kept up with this program over the years and what Coach Jones has built. What's impressed you the most with how this Radford program in itself has evolved over the last decade?
The thing that's impressed me the most is the consistency. Every year since Coach Jones has been here, they've been, one of the top two in the league. And so just the consistency that they've had, but it's also a testament to the belief and the vision from, Robert Lindenberg, Dr. Hemphill, and the resources and the things they put on the program.
What kind of style do you envision playing? Is it going to be similar to the kind of player you were, or do you borrow things from each of the coaches that you've been in? Assistant at Wofford for Coach Young, down at Florida with Coach White. Do you borrow from different places and ideas that kind of mesh with how you want to run your program here?
Yeah, I've taken bits and pieces of what I like from everybody I played for, everybody I worked for. My vision is, I want to score easy baskets, and the way you do that is getting out in transition. Also, the way you do that is forcing turnovers. So when the last few years when I've been at Florida, I've been the defensive coordinator. So for us, we want to be disruptive on defense, but also on offense, be able to get up and down the floor a little bit.
One thing when a new coach goes into a community they don't know, they say they want to try to learn how to maybe style the pattern of play after the kind of atmosphere around that community. Yeah. An advantage for you is you're from this area, so you already know what Radford's made of.
I mean, the thing about Radford is I think the people here are really hardworking people. And so the way I envision my program is combining what the community is about. And I think the community has a ton of edge to it, and I think a ton of humility. So, those two things are going to be really important, and I hope that product shows on the floor to be a testament to what the community is about.
I know one of the first steps, it's one of the toughest things, as you were telling me, it's tough to have to go to your players down at University of Florida and tell them I'm not going to be here. But then the exciting part is you get to meet with your new players here at Radford. Take us through the two emotional states of that, because that's very difficult.
Well, I mean, with the guys that I left at Florida, you know, it was emotional because I've been there for 6 years and I've seen those guys grow into young men. So for me, it was, you know, it was really sad. And then, you know, the texts and the calls I've gotten from parents and, you know, just the way they're feeling about the whole situation. But on the flip side, the guys that I'm walking into and that are going to be my players, I've been through that before. You know, I played for John Beeline for 3 years.
Right.
And then he leaves and goes to Michigan, and Bob Huggins comes in. So I know the emotions they're going through. So I can kind of talk them through it because I've been through it, and I've been through it as a coach when we came into Florida and we had to replace Billy Donovan.
Yeah, that's a great point you make. You've been through it both ways, so it's not something that's going to be just foreign to you.
Right.
Well, when you look at all the things you have to do, of course, getting a staff together, right? It's a whirlwind. You have to put up with things like this with us in the media. But after you get the whirlwind finished and you're introduced officially, those are the things, right? What are your first few steps so you start to get things going here?
I mean, obviously, with the way college basketball is going and the transfer portal, you know, you have to build a team, but also not only build a team in terms of your players, build a team in terms of reaching out to the important people that help the program, you know, the alumni, those people that are really supportive of you. So just reaching out to people in the community, people that support not only athletics but the university is a big deal to me.
Do you think that gives you maybe a bit of an advantage as a younger head coach, the fact that you're so freshly removed from being an active player?
Yeah.
The portal, it's a new thing, right? It's a new realm of college basketball. A lot of the veteran coaches don't like it, but do you think maybe that helps you kind of adapt to that a little bit better?
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, like the things that are changing in college basketball. And some people don't like the change. So what are we gonna do about it? So we gotta adapt. So for me, like, I mean, I love meeting new people. I love making phone calls. I love recruiting. So for me, I mean, it's exciting. So just to build a team, build a staff, and to be able to hit the ground running.
Well, listen, Coach, I know how excited everybody around the Radford University community are to have you here, and I'd like to officially welcome you as the 8th head coach here at Radford University. But more importantly, we want to welcome you back home here at Radford. It's good to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
There you go. That's the thoughts of our new head basketball coach, Darris Nichols.